everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to chat with you all about how my planning and journaling setup is going. It's about a week and a half into the new year and there has been some changes already, and I thought I would show you how things are going because I have had very lofty goals with how I wanted to use my journals and planners this year and my sketchbook. But sometimes life just tells you that you don't need this many planners and journals. So we'll talk about my work planners and, my work planners. There's no work journals first. So I said that I was using this for my everyday carry pocket notebook. I usually just keep this in my jacket pocket or in my jeans or trousers pocket, and I just have scrap paper in here if I need to jot down any notes or if I need to explain something to a student. This is still working well. I love it. I am getting more annoyed with this pen loop, so I think I'll be purchasing one soon. But that's that. This hasn't really changed much. This is where things have changed, because I wanted to use the Take a Note planner, which is a Taiwanese planner. This is in the A6 size. It's a beautiful planner with Tomoe river paper. The layout is very clean and minimal. We have the months and then the 2 days per page. And I thought this was more than enough space, and it definitely is more than enough space. I've used it for the first week or so, first 2 weeks basically, and I thought things were going well until I started missing meetings. Specifically, I was late to one meeting and I almost missed another one. So I didn't fully miss those meetings, but I forgot about them. So I realized that maybe this view is not the most ideal, because I realized that I missed a week view, and I felt like I wasn't gravitating towards this planner that much. I had it open at all times, but I wasn't really using it. It's so empty. And basically just a few days ago, I decided to test run using my bullet journal again for work, and it's been going really well actually. So I'll show you a spread of how I normally bullet journal. This is an example spread. So I usually make a week spread for like a week view with my main meetings, and I keep them all here, and then I write a long to do. So this is like tasks that need to be completed like at some point this month or week, but they aren't specific to a day, so I keep them here. And then when I start my day, I will just write the date and then list out everything that I need to do, as well as any meetings with a star. So that's how I was planning before I got this, and it was working out pretty well. My only problem was that I felt like I was missing things also, because I wasn't using like a future log. That was my fault though, because I didn't set up a future log, so I would misplace dates and stuff. So this month, or basically just a few days ago during my lunch break, I was so frustrated that I missed or almost missed a meeting. I made a month spread, and then I'm trying out this new week spread, and it's working out so nicely because I have all the days of the week here, all the work days here. I have my week to do instead of a long to do. So everything that I need to finish this week, and then if I don't finish it, I'll port it into next week. And then I have notes, like, because I tend to have a lot of things that I just need to write down. I just keep this at like a notes area, and it's been nice. I've been actually using it. As you can tell, I was trying to use this a lot. On the 6th, I wrote a few tasks there, but there were days like here where I didn't write probably one task. And usually that's rare. There's no workday where I only need like one task. And I was having a hard time finding a place to put my long to-do list, or like the non-date specific to-do list. So I just put it on like these empty pages. Like these are I think January 1st and December 31st. So I thought that would be fine. But later on, when I would get to like the end of the month, I guess I could just put it on like a weekday or like weekend pages, like the pages that have the weekends on them, because I don't work on the weekends. But I don't know, it just feels weird. So that was one of my issues. I actually still really like this planner. I think it would be great for if it was in A5. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this size. The layout is cool, but I like seeing my week at a glance, whether it's in this view or having some sort of like small bar up at the top with all the days of the week. So I've been using this. I've been liking it. I've accomplished way more and I feel more efficient. I guess bullet journaling for work is just the way to go. I made spreads for the next few weeks for the end of the month, and I'm going to put up a future log here and just set that up so I can use the future log for if I have any future appointments, meetings, or anything, and I can write them down here. I also in tandem use my Notion app as well as Google Calendars slash it's weird. I'll talk about my digital planning setup for work. It's kind of ridiculous because I use like multiple things, but I'm using Notion as my main like dashboard for planning for work, and then like lesson planning and all that jazz, as well as Apple calendars that's synced with my Google Calendar, as well as my Microsoft 365 Teams calendar. It's chaotic, but it works for me, and I feel very efficient and pretty productive with that setup. It just looks and sounds convoluted, but it all syncs because I use this external app called IFTTP. But we won't talk about that. That's for digital planning, and I know you're here for analog stuff. So yeah, that's the big change. And then for my regular planners and journals, like for my personal life, it's been going great. So I have these as like my daily-ish things that I gravitate towards. So Midori Traveler's Notebook in the regular size. I have a month calendar that I keep as like health tracking. I don't know if it's like mood or like well-being, but I talk about if I feel sick or like if anything comes up. I just been monitoring it. I don't know. It just is something that gives me some peace of mind, especially since I work in the public sector as a teacher, and you know the situation right now with COVID, it just freaks me out. So like I just write down how I'm feeling each day to track that, and then I've been pretty consistent. Sometimes I miss like 2 days, but I'm always like 2 days or 1 day behind, which is not bad. And then I have my daily journal, which has been going well. I mean, I'm behind, but I'm never fully caught up in my journal in terms of like I never tell myself that I need to journal every day. So for these spreads, I've actually pre-decorated it, and I do want to write about those days, but I'm going to stop doing that just because it's feeling particularly creative, and I just wanted to make some small collages. So I think that happened a few nights ago. So that's where there are a lot of pages set up, but I don't plan on doing that all the time. And yeah, this is just a great setup for me. I've been liking it. I've been gravitating towards it each day. I mean, I miss a few days, but I end up writing or gravitating towards this quite frequently, which is good. This is honestly one of my favorite additions to my journaling lineup. I don't know, it's kind of like reinvigorated my love for journaling. So this is the Thinking of You planner. I'm using this mostly for like fun, creative memory keeping. These are all kind of redundant, but for some reason I gravitate towards a certain notebook at a certain time, and that's fine. I have a month of gratitude. I'm just writing things down. There's no stickers. I just keep it plain and simple. And then the Thinking of You planner is just a month and week view, which actually this might be nice for work. It just feels weird to use such an aesthetically pleasing planner for like work, but I don't know. Maybe I'll use that next year. But I have been liking this so much. I've just been incorporating pictures. I've been printing on vellum. I've been doodling. I just love how the spreads are turning out here. Maybe it's because it's the ivory paper. I know some people love like stark white paper for like painting and stuff, but I embrace the cream paper. I absolutely love the cream because I love warm tones, and I think things just look good on this paper. It's Tomoe River paper, so it's slick, but there's no bleed through. There's just minimal ghosting. I've been loving vellum and using MU stickers here. This is the second week. Still love this spread as well. I don't know, I've just been liking printing out my own artwork that I've done on vellum, and it's fun because it adds like my personal illustrations and drawings here without having to like bust out my paints and paint in here. Obviously I'm still like doodling in here and I'm adding little cute drawings and stuff, but I don't know, it's just so carefree, and I really wanted to keep this looking very minimal, and like how Mr. Eggplants, who's the creative director or like the designer, the person who came up with this planner, she has a very like minimal look to it. There's a lot of like plants and all that jazz, but obviously I quickly added like tons of colors and doodles, and that's fine. I think that's great. I guess it just goes to show that you should just do what you like. So yeah, this is the current spread. I've been doodling a lot, and I wrote here that I'm falling in love with my TN again, which I am. Overall, it's just a great it's not a planner, a great journal for me. I'm just loving this overall. And then almost lastly, we have my Hobonichi cousin Avec in the A5 size. This is also A5, the Thinking of You book, but this one I have been using a lot. This is where I keep, for the month view, all of my personal stuff. Not much going on in my personal life except like you guys, Job's journal stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of like a content and shop update planning planner. So I have all my posts here organized. I just realized that if I don't plan Instagram posts, I don't post on Instagram. So I've been very active on Instagram because I've been planning my posts, and it's actually quite fun. Maybe it's just because I love planning things, but that's been going well. And then on the week view, I've been adding all of my like week goals here. I don't know how I feel about adding the goals here. Honestly, the week view for like work in terms of my like teaching is crucial, but I realize that when I have an A5 size planner and I have this huge month view, it's actually quite enough to plan like things here. So for the weekly, I actually am feeling like it's a little bit redundant because I've been adding the stuff from here and just porting it here, which is fine. I am still trying to figure out if I want to tweak how I use the weekly, but overall it's been going well. I don't really decorate anything. I just added some of these fun like sticky notes here, and yeah, my color coding system is still the same: red for YouTube, blue for Instagram, black for regular tasks or like regular notes. And I usually just use this Midori brand. I guess it's kind of like a magnetic clip. Honestly, I feel like I should get an Ollie clip because those apparently are a little bit stronger, but I keep this here just because this notebook cover from Baum-kuchen Studios does not have like built-in bookmarks, so I just keep that here. And see, it's not the strongest, but I just like having that there so I can just open it up and I can open to the week. Oh, but that happens a lot too, so I might just invest in an Ollie clip. But yeah, I've been liking the Hobonichi month and week view so far. I'll let you know if I end up tweaking how I'm using the week view. And then for the day view, it's such a mixed bag. So I have my resolutions here, and then it goes into like another collage page. Honestly, I didn't tell myself that I was gonna decorate this, but lately, I don't know, I've been decorating it a lot, and I'm not really, maybe it's because I'm kind of easing into shop stuff, but I haven't had too much shop stuff because I know that if I overloaded myself on the first week back to school and first week like trying to get back into the swing of things for work and for the shop, it would be too much. So I haven't been doing too much stuff for the shop, but I would imagine that this would look different when I get closer to opening the shop up again, or if I have like a big video or something that I want to post. But right now I'm really enjoying this. I just feel very creative. This is one of my favorite spreads. And you're probably going to notice that there are a lot of green sticky notes. This is actually from Vicky. She sent this during Christmas, so thank you, Vicky, for sending them. I've been repurposing them, so I use them as markers for spreads that I need to photograph. So if I particularly like this spread, I want to photograph it, I'll add this here, and then when I'm done with it, I'll just put it back here or here so that I can reuse it, because these are stunning and I don't want to waste them. So there's this spread. See, like I have the tasks here, the main tasks that I want to do. I usually just leave like 5 big tasks there. And then if there's a lot of things that I need to plan, I'll go into here. But like I said earlier, I've been taking it easy with shop stuff and Jobsjournal stuff in general, just because I was a little bit tired from all of December daily and all that, so I'm just taking it easy. But yeah, we have some journaling here, and I like that I'm able to use this Hobonichi to actually just write about random stuff. I don't feel the need to like chronicle my days as much as I would do here. So sometimes I get bogged down and I don't want to journal, because some days I just don't really want to write, but I feel like I'm obligated to write a recap of the day in here for some reason. But here, like I was just talking about like journaling here, and here I was talking about how it feels weird to draw again and like try to draw without like using pencils. Like it's been fun. And then I've been making a lot of these spot collages. I do want to make a video about like small collages for like journaling pages. I was just playing around with a few of my supplies, and I've been really liking the look of it. You can see that I've made little small collages for each page. Obviously, like I still use like the top part of the day page for my tasks. Some days like I just have one task and it takes up a lot of my day, because obviously this is happening after work. And then on this page, I'm just trying to play around with how I want to plan stuff, because before then I was using all my planning, or doing all my personal planning, in my bullet journal. This is the Archer and Olive A5. We'll talk about this later. But yeah, I've been enjoying this so far. I keep some important lists here, and sometimes I just want to like brush letter or write like a little tidbit that I've like realized here. Sometimes I'll put podcast notes. Some days it's blank, and like I said earlier, there's no pressure for me to decorate this page or these pages, so it's been fine. And yeah, this is the past 2 pages. It's crazy because I don't have any to-do lists here, but I realized that I had like 2 big tasks that I needed to finish, and I knew what they were. I never wrote them down because I don't know. It's just, maybe it just escaped me. I did complete those things, but it's just weird not having anything there, even though I did do something about it. But yeah, this is what it looks like right now. And then usually I'll write my to-do list the night before. Last night I did not write my to-do list for today, but I will do this after filming this. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. I want to see what this would look like in a few weeks, or like in the future when I kind of lose the momentum to decorate it, and it's mostly just for productivity, because that's why I have this notebook or planner. It's more for like keeping track of shop stuff. I also tried to use like that monthly, I don't know where it is. I think it's at the beginning. I know people use this as like a lot of things. People use it as trackers, indexes. I tried to do some tracking here, and then I was pretty all right. But like I realized that these are things that I don't really like need to track. I mean, I don't know. I just have fallen off. Maybe I'll try again next month, or maybe I'll still continue. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. And then I thought that this notebook would kind of just like fade into oblivion and not be used, but weirdly I've been using it quite a bit too. And I said that these are 3 that I reach for all the time. I also reached for this pretty much daily or every other day. There's a spread that I want to show you. I'll have to blur it out, but I'll just show you right now. So this is probably all blurred out for you, but I'll just explain what this expense slash spending log looks like. So I have my income, my spending, my saved money here. It's just in a table format. I don't know if I'm going to keep this next month because it's just, I don't know. It feels redundant to the expense log on this side. I have my reoccurring payments and bills on this table, and I don't know if I'm going to redraw this or like write this out each month, but I just wanted to do this for January just to get a grasp of what I've been paying for each month and things that are reoccurring. And then I have a wish list slash amount to save. So I have things that I want to buy this month. A lot of these things are for the shop, so I've also, I think I've written it down somewhere, but anything highlighted in brown would be for like shop expenses, just so I know where my money's going. And then I have notes here, so it just says all general spending plus income is highlighted in brown. Okay, that's handy. So yeah, I have my expense log here, and then I made like a Dreamies long-term savings chart. So I have the item, I have the amount that I need to save each month, and the target in which I want to buy that thing, and then I just have all the months of the year here. I'll just write the amount that I actually save here, and obviously things change and things pop up, so obviously I might not make it to the recommended amount that I should save for that month for that item, but I am gonna, be kind to myself, and it's all right if I don't purchase it in November or January or September, as long as I'm like making an effort to do this, because I realize that there are a lot of things that I do want to own that are a little bit pricey, that are like kind of like a dream for me to own. It sounds really materialistic, I know, but I don't know. There's a few things that I've just wanted that I've never had a chance to purchase, and then that's just because I am not the best with money in terms of like saving. I end up I'm good with like budgeting for a lot of things, but like when it comes to like a large sum of money for one thing, I have a hard time working towards that goal. But last year I was able to finally do that and purchase a new computer for myself, so that had me inspired, and I just want to do that type of saving but track it in a better manner. That's why I have that. It's been working out well. It's the first month, so like obviously I'm really going full force with this. And then this is my art tracker, so like my creative routines are over here, so things that I want to do daily, weekly, monthly. So far I've been doing all right, I think. I haven't been drawing and painting as much as I thought I would be, but at least I am realizing that I've pretty much like journaled or doodled every single day, and that's what counts. I just want to see how often I do things that are, creative and related to art, because that's one of my big goals this year is to continue doing and creating art, even when it's not for the channel or for like the shop. Like I just want to do things for me too. So that's why I have this spread, and I actually posted a really funny I think IG reels, because this is actually a mistake. I actually spilled some ink here, and it caused this huge ink like blotch here, so I just made this huge design element to this spread using the Posca paint markers. But yeah, this is the my bullet journal. It's more of like a hub for important trackers and lists. Technically, I'm sure I can find a way to incorporate that here, but I don't know. Sometimes I just love creating bullet journal spreads like this and like this, so that's all right. I don't feel any planner stress or journaling stress anyways, so I guess things are working out all right. And yeah, overall things have been good. I still have my sketchbook, which I haven't really used, because if I've been getting creative or like drawing or doodling, I've been using these things, and I do want to use this more. I also painted the cover of my sketchbook, but yeah, this has been not used as much. Like, I've done some fun like green and pink stuff that I've been liking, but nothing too wild. I mean, I've had this notebook for a few years now, and I'm all right with continuing to use it into 2021. I do hope that I finish this sketchbook this year. It's only this much left, so not too much, but I am eager to finish this and to use my MD paper one day, one page sketchbook. And that concludes my little lineup for 2021. It still looks ridiculous, but this planner, this take a note one, will no longer be used moving forward. I actually pitched this to my sister, and she's eager to use it, so it's going to a good home. But maybe I will look into the Hobonichi A6 in the springtime, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is my setup so far. We're one notebook down, but that's all right. If anything, that makes my setup a little bit more streamlined. But I'm excited to continue using these two for work, and these 5 for creative planning and journaling. Okay, I think that's it. I want to know if your setup has changed in the first 2 weeks of January. What are you not using anymore? What are you now using? Maybe you've added a notebook to your setup. I would really love to know, because if you have any recommendations for work planners, I'm still on the lookout. So let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.